The power of forgiving yourself after 70. Start today. Have you ever found yourself replaying old moments in your mind, wishing you'd said something different, done something sooner, or taken another path entirely? It's a quiet ache that creeps in during still moments, especially as the years go by. Maybe it's something you regret from long ago, or a recent mistake that still stings. And even if no one else brings it up, you feel it deep down. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know this. You're not alone. So many people over 70 carry the weight of self-blame, even for things they've already apologized for, or things they had little control over. The truth is, we can be kinder to others than we are to ourselves. But here's something powerful to remember. Forgiving yourself is not the same as forgetting what happened. It's not pretending it didn't matter. It's simply saying, I did the best I could with who I was, and I'm allowed to grow from it. Self-forgiveness is a gift that frees you, not from the past, but from the burden of carrying it alone. You've lived through so much, decades of lessons, of laughter, of pain, of joy, and yet one painful memory can feel louder than a lifetime of good. That's why today we're going to talk about how to start letting go, how to forgive yourself truly and gently. First, take a moment to breathe, sit quietly, and ask yourself, what am I still holding against myself? Say it out loud or write it down. It might be something big or something small that you've judged yourself for far too long. Seeing it clearly is the first step toward loosening its grip. Now, imagine you were telling that regret to a friend. Not just any friend, but one you've loved for decades. Would you say, you're terrible for that? Or would you say, you were hurting? You made a mistake. But that doesn't erase the love in your heart or the life you've lived. Most likely, you'd offer grace. So why not offer it to yourself? Self-forgiveness doesn't come all at once. It's not a light switch. It's more like a sunrise. Slowly, steadily, it warms your heart again. Some days, it's easier. Some days, you'll fall back into guilt. That's okay. What matters is that you return to compassion again and again. One way to do that is by choosing a small act of kindness each day toward yourself. Whether it's sitting with a cup of tea, writing in a journal, taking a peaceful walk, or simply placing your hand on your heart and saying, I'm still learning, and that's enough. You've forgiven others. Now it's time to extend that same grace inward. And the moment you do, even just a little, something inside begins to soften. That's where healing begins. And once that softening begins, you might notice something unexpected. It gets a little easier to breathe. You feel lighter, not because the past has changed, but because your heart has finally given you permission to stop punishing yourself for being human. That's all any of us are. Flawed, growing, learning, loving humans. You've spent a lifetime giving to others. You've cared for children, helped friends, maybe worked tirelessly through years that felt heavy. And now, in this chapter of life, you deserve peace. But peace doesn't come from perfection. It comes from acceptance. It comes when you can say to yourself, yes, that happened, but it's not the whole story of who I am, because it isn't. You are not just one choice, one moment, or one mistake. You are the sum of 1,000 acts of kindness, 1,000 meals cooked, tears wiped, hands held. You've been someone's safe place, someone's reason to smile, maybe even someone's hero, and they never even told you. And maybe the hardest person to forgive is the one staring back at you in the mirror. We notice our own flaws more than anyone else ever could. But here's something gentle to try. When you see yourself in that mirror next time, say something kind. Not as a trick, not as fluff, but as truth. You've made it this far. I'm proud of you. Even if it feels strange at first, keep saying it. Your heart hears you. Another beautiful step is to share your story, if not with others, then with yourself. Writing your memories, the good and the painful, can be incredibly healing. Not to rewrite the past, but to understand it through wiser eyes. Sometimes, the act of putting it down helps you see the courage it took just to keep going. Forgiving yourself also means letting go of timelines. We often think, I should have known better by now, but we only ever know what we know when we're ready to know it. Wisdom doesn't come with the turning of years. It comes from reflection and grace and the willingness to grow. So if today you feel stuck in regret, remember, every sunrise is a second chance. You don't have to carry this forever. Let yourself off the hook. Speak kindly to your past self. Thank them for surviving what they did, even if they stumbled along the way. You still have time. Time to love, to laugh, to rest. Time to forgive. Not because everything is fixed, but because your spirit deserves to be free. And the most powerful gift you can give yourself in this season of life is the peace that comes from finally saying, I'm ready to move forward. You're not alone. You're not broken. You are worthy of peace just as you are. So take that deep breath. Let today be the day you show yourself kindness without condition. You've given so much love. Now it's your turn to receive it from within. Forgive gently. Live fully. And remember, every heartbeat is a new beginning. You deserve that peace. If this touched you, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. You are deeply valued today and always.